You know what hurts a woman more than revenge? It's not being replaced. It's not seeing him move on. It's realizing she became someone she never wanted to be just to keep someone who was never meant for her. See, revenge fades, but the loss of self? That lingers. Psychology calls it cognitive dissonance when your heart says stay, but your identity whispers you're disappearing. And that silent war within is the pain no revenge can ever fix. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll see why losing yourself hurts far deeper than losing them. We've all heard the saying, the best revenge is success. But here's what psychology reveals. Revenge doesn't heal, it distracts. Because the truth is, most women don't want to destroy someone else. They just want to understand why they lost themselves trying to be enough. In this video, we'll dive into the real reason why losing your sense of self, your identity, cuts deeper than betrayal or heartbreak. We'll unpack what happens inside your mind when you compromise your worth for love, and how that internal conflict creates emotional wounds far greater than any breakup ever could. So stay until the end. Because once you understand this, you'll never chase closure from someone again. You'll create it from within. Here's what most people miss. When a woman goes through heartbreak, the world tells her, glow up, move on, show him what he lost. But deep down, what really hurts isn't that he left. It's that she stopped recognizing herself in the process. See, cognitive dissonance theory explains that when your actions conflict with your core beliefs, your mind experiences psychological tension. For example, you believe you deserve respect, but you keep forgiving disrespect. You know you deserve honesty, yet you choose to believe the lies. Your brain tries to bridge the gap, but each time you lose a piece of who you are. That's the real heartbreak, not the relationship ending, but realizing how much of yourself you edited just to keep it going. Psychology reveals that we attach our self-worth to emotional investments. The more time, energy, and emotion you pour into someone, the harder it becomes to let go. Not because of love, but because of identity. You start telling yourself, if I walk away now, it means I failed. But the brutal reality is staying often causes a deeper kind of failure, the slow erosion of your self-image. You used to be confident, you had opinions, but somewhere along the way you started second-guessing everything because you feared being too much. Now you shrink, you tiptoe, you apologize for existing. You used to love your hobbies, your passions, but in trying to keep him happy, you gave them up because being with him felt like a full-time job. You used to trust yourself, but after being gaslighted or manipulated, you question your own memories, your own feelings. These behaviors create what psychologists call self-concept fragmentation, when who you are and who you're pretending to be start drifting apart. And here's the thing, once that happens, revenge loses its power. Because you can't reclaim peace by hurting someone, you can only reclaim it by finding yourself again. Let's go deeper. Why does this pattern persist, even among strong, intelligent women? Because the human mind seeks consistency. When you've invested emotionally, your brain fights to justify it, even when the relationship is breaking you. It's called the rationalization trap in behavioral psychology. You convince yourself, he didn't mean it. It's just a phase. He'll change. But in truth, your brain is just trying to protect your ego from admitting the painful reality. You gave too much and got too little. Here's what psychology reveals. When your reality doesn't align with your self-image, your mind creates stories to close the gap. You rationalize the red flags because accepting them would mean confronting the truth, that you betrayed your own standards. That's the real wound. The long-term impact? You lose trust, not just in men, but in yourself. You start believing that your intuition is broken. You doubt your worth. You build emotional walls, not to protect your heart, but to hide the shame of how far you fell from yourself. And here's the twist. Even when the relationship ends, the behavior continues. You might chase validation through achievements, attention, or even new relationships, hoping something external will rebuild what was lost internally. But it doesn't, because self-respect isn't something someone gives you. It's something you choose, moment by moment. So while revenge might feel empowering for a second, true empowerment comes when you face the mirror and say, I let myself down, but I'm done doing that now. That's the moment healing begins. That's when identity starts to rebuild. So, how do you rise from this kind of pain? How do you heal from losing yourself? Here's the truth: healing isn't about forgetting them, it's about remembering you. Step 1: rebuild self trust. Start small. Keep one promise to yourself every day, even something as simple as "I'll go for a walk" or "I'll write tonight." Every time you follow through, your brain learns, "I can rely on me again." Step 2: reclaim your voice. Say what you mean what you say. No more shrinking to make someone comfortable. The goal isn't to be liked, it's to be real. Step 3: redefine your standards. Write down what love should feel like to you, not what you've been taught to tolerate, because clarity is protection. Step 4: forgive yourself, not them, you. You were doing your best with the awareness you had, but now that you see the pattern, you have a choice: to repeat it or to rise above it. The power of awareness is liberation. When you understand the psychology behind your pain, you stop reacting from it and start growing through it. And that's where true dignity begins, not in revenge, but in redemption. So what hurts a woman more than revenge? It's losing herself in the name of love. Because revenge gives you a moment, but self-respect gives you peace. The truth is, healing isn't loud, it's quiet. It's in the decision to stop fighting for someone else and start fighting for yourself. If this gave you clarity, hit subscribe. We go deep into the psychology of love and emotional recovery every week. Drop a love emoji in the comments if you've ever lost yourself trying to be enough.